Hey guys, we got a podcast today.
Yep.
Yeah. How's everybody doing today? Pretty good?
Hey, Greg, you know what's happening in Minnesota right now?
What?
There's a cluster of Squatch sightings reported in Fridley.
Oh, so what?
Sasquatch?
Yeah, some Squatches.
Squatches? Is that what you guys call them?
Yeah, some Squatches are up here.
Like,
there's a cluster of them.
There's a cluster of squashes over there.
Yeah.
Are you sure this is not growing out of the ground like squashes usually do?
Squatch. Sasquatch.
Oh, squatch.
Squatch.
You guys are ruining the show. Stop it.
Wow, way to be a Greg right there, Mike.
Hey guys, welcome to the podcast. I am your host.
This is episode 27 because 26 got canned last week.
I wasn't there, so I wouldn't know.
This is episode 26 because episode 26 last week was a terrible show.
It was a great show.
It was the worst show.
Week?
It was the greatest Joker liked it.
What show was that?
Joker's Joker. Don't worry about it. I'm your host, Greg, and joining me today we have Mike.
This is 26.1.
Okay, fine, whatever. Hunter?
Matt Hardy V.2, that's like ours. This is the 26 V2.
Fuck it. Okay, we got Strike.
Push.
Keep going with it, don't stop it.
We got Jonesy. We got Jonesy.
He's on BRB.
Son of a bitch. And we got Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy's here for once, yay.
I know. Jimmy, how have you been, man? We haven't talked to you in a while. Oh, that's great.
I'm busy doing stuff.
You're busy doing stuff?
You know you don't give a damn, just get onto it. You really don't give a fuck, just keep moving on.
Jimmy, I actually do care. How have you been?
You don't give a damn either.
No, I do. I care. I care about your ass.
Whoa.
Whoa, hold on.
That's kind of
Wait a
homo.
minute.
Totally not homo.
I kind of hope it's not.
I don't need a bathroom right now.
What the fuck?
There's an airplane coming through my house, I'm sorry.
Why do we need a bathroom?
Are you in your bathroom recording this?
Because, Mike, you like it
Jonesy,
dirty.
stop it.
Okay. So, because the past 2 weeks have been a little bit of a clusterfuck since WrestleMania ended, we're going to talk about the more important things. Specifically, Brock Lesnar, Lord Tensai, Damien Sandow, because Strike really wants to talk about him.
Brodus Clay.
Let's also talk about Jericho and Punk, their feud, where's that going? Sheamus and Daniel Bryan, where that could be going. So let's get started with, let's get started with CM Punk and Chris Jericho.
I don't know what they're trying to do with this.
Here's the first question: are you guys enjoying what they're doing with the feud? Because I personally am not liking the feud whatsoever.
It's making CM Punk look vulnerable. Because his family's being brought into it.
Yeah, but it's making CM Punk look almost weak.
Because he's looking vulnerable.
Yeah, I don't want him looking vulnerable. He was after
you want him
summer.
to be Superman?
Well, no, I don't want him being Superman either. I mean, but I want him to be what he was in the summer. I feel like he's lost all that momentum. And I thought a good feud with Jericho could bring back that momentum, but obviously it's not. What do you guys think?
Which would make it better is if his family actually shows up.
Do you think they're gonna probably bring like a stock family, like actors in to act like CM Punk's family?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
I mean, could they really bring in his sister though?
Ooh.
Because
well,
I mean,
how old did CM Punk say his sister was? Was it the 12-year-old sister?
I think it's in the 20-year-old. I think she's in her 20s or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I remember CM Punk mentioned his sister.
I mean, if she's a drug addict,
when he was in that feud with Nash, remember?
Go ahead.
Remember during the feud with Nash, and she said, "Yeah, oh my god,
Oh,
OMG,
yeah, that
Kevin
one.
Nash thought he was dead, LOL."
Yeah,
CM
that one.
Punk said that like she was a 12-year-old girl. So unless he has multiple sisters, or I don't know.
Yep.
Well, I mean, could they really bring in his sister though? Because they keep saying how she's a drug addict or something.
Well, yeah, I mean, but that's kind of what we're going
Well,
with. Like, are they gonna
yeah, but
bring in the family?
Yeah, but would you bring in the sister, who keeps being called a drug addict, onto national
Well, yeah,
television?
you would bring the mom, the dad, and the
Look,
sister.
Here's the thing: is the sister actually really a drug addict, or is it just part of the script?
Well, like, again, that's the thing. They're gonna probably bring in actors to kind of defend themselves.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but even so,
basically,
could you put? Would they get in trouble for putting somebody on national television who is a confirmed drug person?
I really doubt she's confirmed drug person.
And they wouldn't get in trouble if they were, if they come out and say that. As long as you know, as long as they were going to rehab, they would be fine. I'm pretty sure that's the thing.
Oh my God.
I doubt they're gonna come out and say, "Oh, CM Punk's 12-year-old sister is a crackhead."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a different sister. By the way,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they won't bring in a 12-year-old girl with like cocaine all over her nose and like hyped up on like ah. That'd be a little weird, wouldn't it?
She's come out and have the shakes.
Yeah, she has the shakes going
Michael
on.
J. and the Shakes.
Like heroin on her arm. It's kind of weird.
A needle sticking out of her elbow.
But personally, I felt
Who injects in their elbow?
And you never know.
You don't inject it in your elbow,
You can inject it. You can inject it in the crease.
in the veins, not in your elbow.
You can inject it in the crease between your.
That's where the veins are.
Yeah.
You inject it in your veins, not in your elbow.
And
Yeah.
Herp derp, right in the bone of my elbow. I'm gonna get so
I'm
high.
you know what? I'm gonna kick you from the call if you don't stop.
Why? Because you're wrong.
Oh my god,
anyways,
on strike for once.
Anyways, the mood of the feud has changed. Pretty much. And it started out, you know, the feud between who's best in the world, and it's gone to Jericho, you know, just shitting on his family. And it doesn't make sense why he's bringing the family in the first place. To get into Punk's head doesn't make sense. What the fuck?
I had it on stereo
What?
mix. I had fucking stereo mix.
Oh, hi Jonesy, we're recording.
That's why no one could hear me.
I thought you were just,
Go on.
I thought you were just like not in here.
Anyways, there's Jonesy for us. Great entrance. So, anyways, we've already, what, how long has this Punk feud, the Punk and Jericho feud been going on
for
now?
fuck's
Since Royal Rumble.
Since Royal Rumble, that's what it,
Since it
I
ended
thought
anyway.
it was going since like Elimination Chamber.
No, it started like the week after the Rumble.
No.
Okay.
then about
Yeah.
3 months.
So, are you guys liking it? I don't know. I'm not liking it.
I don't know, because I've never liked the personal stuff.
I never liked that, yeah.
It would be better if the family, if they had like fake family members to come in. But that's,
I mean,
that's about it.
No, but even then, I just don't like when it goes out, like, that far out of the ring.
Oh, it's
And then you got Jericho hitting him upside the head with a beer bottle. Or a whiskey bottle. Like
it was a beer bottle.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No, was it? It
Yeah,
was kind
the
of a
first-
square bottle.
The first time he hit him, it was a beer bottle.
Oh.
I can't remember the second time. But the first time it was a beer bottle. I think there was soda in it too. I don't think they're putting real beer in it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, but
it was all filled with soda, I'm pretty sure.
But I mean, even still, it's like, oh, I'm gonna crap on how you live.
Yeah, it
Mm.
doesn't make sense personally. Like, I don't. They haven't explained why Jericho was so mad at Punk, only for the sole reason that Punk's been going around saying he's the best in the world.
Well, let's just hope they're.
Because he lost and he got butthurt.
It's gonna be weird if this turns out into a love angle or something.
No, even if he lost at Mania, the fact that this feud even, I was hoping there was some backstory to them, and I realized there's not even any backstory to them. There's nothing that happened. There's nothing that happened between Jericho and Punk.
Yeah, there is.
What?
When Punk when Punk cashed in the first time, Jericho took his spot in the Scramble match, and then they had a cage match the next night for the title, and Jericho won that. And then that was basically it.
I don't know. Jimmy, what do you think about this feud? Are you liking it?
I don't know. I haven't been around to actually see much of the feud. Last time I saw anything was the beer bottle being thrown at the head.
Yeah.
But
Jack Daniels bottle.
It seems to take me interesting. Yeah, Jack Daniels beer, whatever you want to call it.
Was it Jack Daniels?
Seems to be taking like it looked like a Jack Daniels bottle to me, to be honest, too. It was like squared.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was kind of square.
Yeah, but irrelevant of the bottle, it basically seemed to, I don't know, it seems like an interesting way to go to the feud. It seems like, I haven't seen a feud go in a personal level for a while on WWE, so it's interesting to actually watch.
Especially PJ.
One of the last ones I remember going personal was Dawn Marie marrying Tori Wilson's father. There was that. I think that was one of the last ones I could remember getting personal.
You don't think the Bret Hart Vince McMahon one was personal?
It didn't go into family business.
Matt and Edge.
No, that's not recent.
Matt and Edge was between Leah. It wasn't family.
Eddie Guerrero and
It was a
Eddie
real
Guerrero
life
and Rey
issue.
Mysterio. That was family.
Yeah, because his son, they had his son involved.
Yeah, that's exactly because family was involved. Talking about like a feud that had family involved. I guess you could say
Cole and Jerry Lawler. They had Lawler's son come out and
he came out with no pop whatsoever. Cut a promo and just left, and no one heard from him ever again.
It doesn't matter. It still happened.
A serious feud then. I guess when Triple H invaded Orton's house and his fake wife was there, you can say that too.
When Orton DDT'd Stephanie and then kissed her.
Oh, that was good too.
That was, yeah.
I actually liked that
Why'd you
because that was
moan
that
there
was
for?
actually well done.
He just moaned.
Yeah.
The Undertaker.
I would
You're
moan
like,
too.
oh.
I would moan too if I was kissing Stephanie.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The Undertaker, Vince McMahon when he kidnapped Stephanie.
Yeah, that too. Anyways, let's move on to Lord Tensai then. How you guys digging that then?
Keep on!
What?
How you guys digging Lord Tensai, the Lord Tensai gimmick?
Oh, you mean Prince Albert?
Prince Albert, A-Train.
He's just like he's just like another Brodus Clay.
No, he got
He's another
promoted.
Brodus Clay.
He went from Prince Albert to Lord Tensai. He got promoted.
But
That
he's
was
another
so
Brodus Clay.
cool.
Just don't sugarcoat it. That's all he is. He's another Brodus Clay. He just
He
comes
is
in.
he is going to be
You're supposed
squashing
to You're supposed to
people.
have another feud, but he did it. He's just he's another squash guy.
No, he's going to be squashing people for the next month and a half, and then they're going to team him up with Johnny Laurinaitis. What they were saying for a while now, that they were going to have him as the bodyguard and everything.
I don't know, but
They had to change the storyline.
They're going to have to change
Go
it
ahead.
sooner or later then.
using the squash chips, that's not going to cut it anymore. Because nobody cares about squash matches.
Well, no. Squash matches are there to show the guy's dominance.
Yeah, but nobody cares about them. The fans don't care about squash matches. I mean, you see this new big hulking guy up against Kurt Hawkins.
They're there
You know,
to introduce
for the match.
someone, though. They're there to introduce someone, and if they're a monster, hero, that's the best way to introduce a monster heel. To have them
No,
squash everything in his past.
No, the best way to introduce a monster heel is to have him just come in during some random match and squash somebody relevant, not some random jobber. Who cares about the jobber?
Well, that means you would think that creative would have something for him to do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
See,
you're
right now they're trying. Right now, what they want to do, I think, what WWE's wanting to do, is they're waiting till this Jericho Punk feud is over, and then they're gonna start doing the Tensai Punk angle. Because I think Tensai came in way too early. I think he should have been coming in around SummerSlam's time, June, end of May. I think that would have been a better time for him to come in, because Jericho would probably be in SmackDown already, and Punk will be doing his own thing.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, if Lord Tensai debuted, and his debut was an interference in a match against, like, I don't know, Dolph Ziggler and generic mid-card face, I mean, that would put much more of an emphasis on Lord Tensai than some random jobber match. Because it's like, oh my god, he just took out that guy, and he's actually good.
They could have him come in and take out Randy Orton.
Yeah. Except Randy Orton getting beaten that early might not be believable.
Well, Orton's been getting thrown around like a bitch for a while now, so...
Yeah, but he's still main event.
He's still... He's like...
Yeah.
Orton's like bench main event. Like, he's main event, but he's on the bench right now.
Of course.
Same thing with John Cena. Like, he's in the main event, but he's on the bench. they're doing big matches, but they're not going for the championship.
John Cena is the main event.
Yeah, but I'm talking about main event in like championship standards.
Then you say the championship. You don't say John Cena isn't the main event.
John Cena's like, I don't know how to put it in words. Whatever. Because I don't know where I was going to go with that anyways. Tensai, you know, there was rumors that Tensai, they wanted to throw the championship onto Tensai. What do you guys think about that, though?
There is?
Yeah, didn't you hear when they were already saying that Albert was going to come back, you know, rumors already started fluctuating saying that they're going to have him face Punk and then put the title on.
I don't remember them saying they were giving him the belt. I remember the feud, but not the belt.
Let me see if I can find it.
They've got too many people that could already be in main event.
Again, there were rumors, but there are rumors saying that they wanted to put him on the belt, with the belt.
I know, but
I don't remember that.
Have him squash into the United States Championship, maybe. Because, you know, there's too many mid-cards. They need a couple of...
No. There's too many mid-card heels. There's not enough mid-card baby faces. They don't need another mid-card guy who's a mid-card guy who's a heel. They need more baby faces.
Yeah,
the mid-card's infested with heels right now.
You're not letting me finish.
I
was talking about moving... I was talking about letting Tensai take him to the mid-card and lead the heels or wherever, and then win the title, but have people like Ziggler and maybe Swagger or something give him something to do. Move them up to the main event. You know, because Ziggler's ready. He can...
He's ready, but...
he just needs that oomph to get him there. Give him that oomph. Let Tensai take his place.
Give him that oomph?
Yeah, and let Swagger right on the coattails.
And here's the thing again. I feel like WWE's lacking some star-studded baby faces. You could look at the heels of the company. You have Barrett, you have Rhodes, you have Barrett, Rhodes, Ziggler, Swagger, Kane, Tensai. Apparently they're trying to make Lesnar, and we'll talk about this later, a heel. And I'll explain why I said that. You know, you have some more star-studded heels, and then when you go to baby faces, you have Kofi Kingston, Sheamus, Cena,
Ryder,
but he's...
Ryder's not star-studded. Don't dare include him in that list.
He's won the championship once. Let's not put him on that list yet.
He got the third largest pops in Survivor Series.
That was Survivor Series, and that's because it was in his hometown.
New York.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten that pop yet.
Was Ryder even on the card in Survivor Series?
No, he wasn't on the card.
No.
And he still got the third highest pop?
But it doesn't matter because it was in New York.
Yeah,
It
New
doesn't
York
matter.
popped for anybody, dude.
New York's one of...
If you're not on the card and you're still getting cheered, regardless of where you are, that's pretty good.
That doesn't make you star-studded,
I
though.
don't think they would have cheered that loud if they were in
Daniel
somewhere.
Bryan got cheered after WrestleMania.
That's because that was...
That's because
He
he's
wasn't
over.
even on the card. He was on TV for like 20 seconds and then disappeared.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah. But Daniel Bryan's actually relevant. Zack Ryder isn't. Zack Ryder has, in the past couple months, got kicked in the balls by Eve, got dumped by Eve,
Get
saw
dumped by
Eve
Eve, get
kicking
dumped by-
John Cena.
He got dumped by Eve twice.
Yeah. He hasn't done anything relevant.
That's because you're not
Cena,
giving him anything.
You know what happened? He was part of the Kane angle, and then when the Kane angle ended, Zack Ryder was left in the dust while Cena went to go face The Rock at WrestleMania.
Yeah, they had no reason to stick Ryder in that.
He became irrelevant.
He became irrelevant once Kane threw him off the stage.
Exactly.
That's
His
hilarious as that
momentum,
was.
It was
his
hilarious.
momentum died faster than anything.
That's because they stuck him with Cena.
No, it's not that they stuck him with Cena. It's just that they lost hope in Ryder. They gave up on him. They didn't give him anything to do after the Kane angle. Nothing. He did nothing.
That's because they focused.
They- they-
That's
they-
because it was WrestleMania.
They made his back heal up pretty fast.
He was injured. Remember, he was injured throughout that entire Kane angle too.
Exactly.
But that was a storyline angle. They didn't need to do
He had a
that.
fractured back that
And
apparently
then when he
healed
came
him.
back, it was WrestleMania time.
Yeah,
So you're
dude.
not going
And he
to
was
try to
just
create.
fine.
You're not going to try to create too many other storylines during the WrestleMania build-up.
Jimmy, go.
No.
Huh?
Jimmy was speaking, y'all kept cutting him off.
I was gonna do like a troll thing, just basically saying like his back was the only thing that Kane did out of that feud.
Yeah.
Basically, his back pretty much healed up instantly right after the feud was over. A fractured back doesn't heal up in 2 weeks.
Well, like I said,
That's basically the only thing I was gonna say to it.
the only reason why Ryder was relevant for those 3 months is because the fans wanted him. And then all of a sudden, the fans don't want him. Which is great. I love it. Because I hate Zack Ryder with a passion. He's a piece of trash.
Just because of his...
Because his stupid little YouTube show got him popular.
No, you don't hate him because of the YouTube show. You hate him because of the broski gimmick.
Yeah, I hate the Broski gimmick.
You
It's-
hate the fucking semi-Jersey Shore stuff.
Yeah.
Even though Jersey Shore came after Zack Ryder.
But it doesn't matter. He's still doing the jock, Broski. Look at me, I can
Idiots.
spike my hair gimmick.
And they've made him into an idiot, too.
Yeah, it made him into a complete tool bag.
Zack Ryder was, even I have to say, Zack Ryder was interesting. He was funny and he was interesting. And his YouTube show was great and everything. And then when he was teamed up with Cena, I think a lot of that creativity that he brought out on his own died.
Of course.
He was... I think he was doing a lot of his stuff on his own, but when he was actually put on a serious feud, the creative team went in there and started, regulating everything. And I think that's what ruined him.
Yeah.
I think if Zack Ryder was left alone and they just told him, do this, and this, then he would be fine. Like he would have gone on, and he would have probably been a lot better than he is now.
Oh, yeah.
So let's get off the topic of Ryder and let's go on to the main guy that we should be talking about right now. The man who returned after 10 years.
What happened to Sando?
Oh yeah, Sandow. Let's talk about Sandow for a
Has it
little
really
bit.
been 8 years? Has it really been that long?
It's been 8 years since he. Yeah, but let's talk about Sandow because WWE's been bringing back a lot of SCW. They've been pushing him up. So why do you want to talk about Sandow so much, Strike?
Because his promos are freaking awesome.
Are you actually enjoying him?
Yes, I am. I've only seen him twice, but I want to see more of them.
I have. Okay, I'll personally say
Tell me why you want to see more of him, because I don't know who the f*** is.
He's got an awesome beard.
I don't know who he is.
Here,
Tell me why you want to see more of him.
Damien Sandow. Here, Jimmy, I'll tell you who Damien Sandow is. Damien Sandow is a guy in FCW, and he portrays an actor, your stereotypical actor. And so he's playing the heel right now, coming into the WWE, which sucks because we need more baby faces. And we have Dean Ambrose, who should be coming in pretty soon, and he's gonna be playing a heel. I mean, we're just gonna have too many fucking heels in the company, which is bad.
Dean Ambrose hasn't debuted yet? I thought he debuted last week.
What?
Or what? I read someone that he debuted last week.
No, he didn't debut.
Must have been mistaken.
He was in a dark match, but he didn't debut.
Okay, I must have read something wrong then.
Yeah. You have Dean Ambrose supposed to be coming in.
That makes sense.
You have Dean Ambrose supposed to be coming in, and you have Damien Sandow. You have Sakamoto, who's managing Lord Tensai. And you also have Abraham Washington, who's supposed to be managing Mark Henry, but I haven't heard from that yet.
Yeah, they did one promo with it, I think.
Yeah, they did some promos, like, if Mark Henry wants to win, he's going to have to call me. So, you know, I don't know where that's going to be going, but I'm already enjoying, because I've been over the past couple months, I've been supporting FCW more than ever. So, I mean, of course, they should be bringing in people like Cassius Ohno and Antonio Cesaro and Leo Kruger, Mike Dalton. I can name them all. Richie Steamboat. But I'm liking this initiative of the FCW guys coming in.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Can I talk about Sandow?
Yeah, talk about Sandow. Go.
Well, basically, his vignettes
that's what I want to hear about right now.
His pre-debut promos are basically about the conditions of the WWE universe. Like, he was doing this promo about you could judge a lot about a society by their ways of comedy, their ways of entertainment, and how their ways of entertainment have gotten stale and boring, except he was using all these elaborate words, and he was actually putting some effort into it. And he was talking about how when he arrives, he will bring the entertainment value up, but he won't promise to berate them for it, because he's not that kind of person.
Who are we talking about?
Instead, he'll talk about saving them. I don't know the exact words, so I'm probably butchering it up, but I mean, it's a solid way to do it. It's a solid character right there.
Who are we talking about?
Damien Sandow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who?
I have to agree with you, but I don't know. I feel like when he actually, goes into the ring and debuts, I already know that Sandow's not that great of a wrestler. He's a basic wrestler. There's nothing special about him, because I've seen some of his stuff in FCW.
That's why you don't stick him in squash matches so his stuff gets exposed against bad people. You stick him against somebody who's decent in the ring so he doesn't look so bad, and so he has a good start.
Strike, I'll give you my honest opinion. I think that Sandow's going to be on SmackDown for a little bit. He's going to have a test run feud. It's not going to work out. He's not going to get over with the fans. And he's going to end up going to NXT and being one of the top guys over there.
I'm being optimistic here. I think he's got the charisma for it.
Well, yeah, but then you were optimistic about Brodus Clay, too.
Yeah, but that hasn't...
Burn!
That hasn't staled up yet.
It's pretty
It
stale.
hasn't staled up yet.
It's pretty stale to me.
Very stale.
I was optimistic about the WrestleMania main event, and I was disappointed.
Well, that was your first problem. You were optimistic about the WrestleMania main event.
Exactly. I was being optimistic that it'd be better than everybody else was saying it would be, but it wasn't. And
That was your first problem.
It was never
I
going to
knew
be as good as people think, and some people are still clueless and think that was the greatest match of all time.
I know. I
Because
knew I
It
was.
was.
I knew I was going to be wrong to be optimistic, but I was being optimistic anyway, and I was right about being wrong. So,
You mean you were wrong about being right?
no, I was right about being wrong. I knew I would be wrong about being optimistic.
You heard it here first. Strike admitted to being wrong about something.
Strike was wrong about something.
It's on the recording. You
But I
can't.
was right about being wrong.
You
So.
can't take it back.
I'm not trying to take it back.
All right, continue.
Okay. Now we talk about the FCW guys. Now let's talk about the main guy, the big guy. 8 years since he left the company.
Here
Brock
comes the
Lesnar's
painful.
return.
Who, A-Train?
Yay, A-Train.
Brock Lesnar returned, guys. And I wanted to talk about
What's
this last week on the podcast, but some people wouldn't cooperate.
Push.
Hailing out of Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Brock Lesnar. It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. So let's talk about Brock Lesnar and where he could be going in the future, guys.
He's going back to UFC.
He's gonna go back to his farm. That's where he's going.
Well, okay. So what we know so far, he did sign a 1-year deal, and he's and apparently that 1-year deal also states that he's going to be making 2 appearances a month.
Well, for this one, he's making 3.
What?
This month he's making 3
Minimum,
because
basically.
this month he was making.
He has to do at least 2 a month.
Yeah.
This month he's making 3.
It's because
he already made his 2 Raw appearances and he's gonna be on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Isn't he making like $5 million off this too?
Yeah. Apparently his contract was like $5 million.
He's getting some ridiculous amount of money.
It's a pretty good deal for being on it 2 nights a week.
But he was probably making more in UFC than he is in WWE.
Well, it's still pretty easy money when you don't have to pay for anything and you only have to work for like 30 minutes.
Combined.
Yeah, probably combined.
That's basically what it is. He was on TV for like 15 minutes in total last week.
Yeah.
And like not even 5 for the week before. So yeah, I'd say he's being paid pretty easy.
It's a pretty good job. I wouldn't mind getting paid.
Definitely.
Plus he doesn't have to worry
$5
about
million.
getting. Plus he doesn't have to worry about getting kicked in the stomach.
He's gonna get kicked in the stomach, Strike.
Well, he hasn't yet.
I liked how he headbutted Cena.
He beat the shit out of Cena.
Did you actually on the YouTube? He actually connected on the right hand with Cena.
Yeah, that was the
he-
first. That was the first
He
punch.
Cena's lip
He
got
actually hit
busted.
him in the face.
The first punch that he threw Cena on this week's episode of Raw was a real fucking punch, and all that blood was real. Cena literally got punched in
It was
the
tomato
face,
juice.
and that was
Coming out of his lip.
But what I didn't like was Cena smiling and being like, I got punched in the face. I'm gonna laugh about it.
Well, this is what scares me.
We're,
Lesnar's
so-
good.
we're
Go ahead.
sorry, Mr. Cena, but your wife and kid died.
Wow.
What? I can't hear you over my smiling.
Wow. Anyway,
Yeah. He smiles over the stupidest stuff, and it kills any angle.
You just cut off Mike.
Just go, just go, Mike, go.
I'm afraid Lesnar's gonna work stiff in the ring with his punches. I'm afraid he's gonna.
Wasn't he always stiff?
I'm afraid he's gonna legit punch people in the face.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think Cena has something to fear about when going into his match.
When they're doing the ground and pound stuff, I'm afraid he's actually gonna legit punch him
Yeah.
because he thinks he's still in the UFC and he's not.
I think what's gonna happen, he's gonna attempt to throw a punch, but it's not gonna go the way that he wanted to, and he's gonna actually hurt Cena.
Yeah, he's
And
gonna.
they'll point and laugh and say, ha ha.
We will, but he's gonna legit hurt somebody because he thinks he's still an MMA fighter,
Yeah.
and he's not. the kick to the groin looked stiff too. Like he actually wanted to kick him in the nuts.
Yeah. Well, we do know that Lesnar hates Cena.
Well, he hated Cena.
I think he still hates Cena. I truly
I
do
don't
think
know.
that Lesnar hates Cena. And I think he hates him more that now he's the top guy in the company. More than ever.
Well, if Lesnar wouldn't have left,
Yeah, again, I think Lesnar didn't want to be with Cena at all. And I think Lesnar had an idea that Cena was going to be big in the company. I
well,
wouldn't be surprised if Lesnar had some idea.
well, like I said, he's gonna legit hurting somebody.
Well, of course. Lesnar's gonna be beating down on someone, and then he's gonna like forget that he's in WWE and starts hitting harder and harder, and he's gonna get in trouble. I don't know when, but he's gonna be getting in trouble soon.
Well, of course.
He does have a temper, so you never know.
Yeah. And he needs Paul Heyman.
He doesn't need Paul Heyman.
They'll never get him though.
When
He doesn't need him.
when he cut the promo, first of all, WWE's playing Lesnar as a heel. How do you know that? He keeps on saying, "Thank you, Mr. Laurinaitis." Okay, I think they really want to play Lesnar as a heel, in which he's not. Lesnar's going to get cheered throughout the entire time.
No, he's not. He's gonna be
Lesnar.
booed.
No,
He's gonna be booed. He's gonna be booed at some point.
in some crowds by like the little kids because they love Cena, but most of the older
If he-
guys are going to
if-
be.
if he's
The majority
fighting-
of the crowd is going to be cheering for him.
Well, if he's gonna be fighting people like Undertaker and Orton, he's gonna be booed. He's not gonna be cheered.
But
He's
with
only
Cena, well, right now he's going to be cheered.
because everybody hates Cena.
And they want to, and they're gonna try to play Lesnar as the biggest heel right now in his feud against.
Freaking Kane was cheered in the feud with Cena.
Yeah,
So
That's because Kane came back with a mask, though, and the older fans were probably very happy to see that.
but still, he was still trashing the fans and telling Cena to become evil and stuff, and he was still getting cheered for it.
Yeah.
But that's because everybody hates Cena. So you're gonna see Lesnar get cheered. It's inevitable. But yeah, carry on.
yeah. Lesnar,
Okay.
where do you guys think? Okay, I'm gonna ask all of you. Where do you see Lesnar going from here? Do you think he's gonna be going for? Because there is rumors going around that they already started planning WrestleMania next year, and they want The Rock versus Lesnar for the WWE Championship.
I could see that.
Rock versus Rock.
I can't because The Rock has to be full time to be the champion.
I think both of them have to be full time to be the champion.
The Rock can't go off and make movies and then come back for a month,
Yeah.
win the title, and then disappear until the pay-per-view. It can't happen.
It can't, because that's their title. They can't have it gone that long.
And he can't do the one appearance a month or whatever. He's got to be there the entire time.
Yeah.
From when he wins the belt till WrestleMania.
And not just the Brock, and not just the Rock. Brock Lesnar has to be there just as long, because one of those guys is going to be carrying the title into WrestleMania, and one of those guys is going to be leaving the champion in WrestleMania.
I could see Brock Lesnar being the one to carry the title into it.
Yeah,
Because
and
Rock made
if
this-
he's
Brock made this whole speech about being WWE champion, you know?
No, I think
I mean,
that wasn't that speech all about him being the next big thing or something like that.
Who?
Lesnar.
That was when he first debuted.
No,
Yeah,
no.
he hasn't done anything like that yet. That was The Rock who said he wanted to be the champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brock has just been, he's been ripping on Cena and saying thank you to Mr.
Laurinaitis.
Laurinaitis pretty much.
Yeah.
But
He
yeah,
hasn't said anything about a championship.
but yeah, if The Rock wants the title, he has to be full time. He can't make movies. He can't. He has to be on Raw every single week. He has to do all the appearances every single week. That's the problem with The Rock being the champion.
Would he get your respect back if he did that though, Mike?
What?
If he showed up to every show?
No, because
How about, like, let's say from SummerSlam on, he shows up till WrestleMania.
No, because then he's only there because he's the champion. That's the only reason why he's going to be there is because he has a title. He's not there on his own free will.
Yeah.
He's on there because they're
He
giving
has
him
to- He has to be there because he wants to be there.
You know he doesn't want to be there. You can't just be like, oh, he doesn't want to be there. You don't know what he's thinking.
But they're putting a title on him. The main title. So he's obligated to be there because he's going to have
But he wants to be a champion.
So he says in a promo. But who's to say he doesn't actually want to be the champion?
He's probably.
Well, if he didn't want to be
probably,
a champion, he wouldn't come back after WrestleMania.
No, he's probably thinking, I'm going to hold the title, so, that's probably going to mean more time on the road than, in Hollywood, where I could be making more movies and more money.
I can't. The last time The Rock wrestled partially full time, he left in between to make movies. The last time he was there full time, he was only there 3 months. And he had 3 feuds, Hogan, Austin, Goldberg, and then he left. I can't see him doing that again.
Yeah.
And with those 3 feuds, he was there every week. Well, sometimes he was there via satellite, quote-unquote, but he was still there. So I can't see him doing that again. It interferes with his movie schedule. So if The Rock really wants to be the champion, he better clear up his fall and winter schedule and make sure he's able to be there every week. Hollywood's not going anywhere, and I'm sure people won't hate him because he took time off to go wrestle.
The only way we could find out is if we had his schedule. If we had something to tell us he's going to be at the studio for this week, and this week, but he won't be here this month and this month. That's how we would know if he's going to be winning it. Because if he's not going to be there for like 2 or 3 months, those 2 or 3 months he's going to be holding the title.
Well, the only way you'll be able to know is if they say he's filming a movie in like September, October. Then
I
you'll
don't know if we could look that up, if there's like a website for us to look up like schedules.
Well, if he did have a movie to make, he'd probably drop the title.
Well, if he had a movie to make in general, I think he would have never said he wants to be WWE champion.
Well, I forgot what that other one. It starts with a T or something.
What?
He's making a new one right now.
Oh, he's making like 6 of them, dude.
He's making a new movie. He's making a movie with Mark
Exactly.
Wahlberg right now.
Wahlberg?
There's some movies he's making.
Well, G.I. Joe is all
Mark
done,
Wahlberg,
so he doesn't have to do anything for that.
G.I. Joe's done already.
He's
done. He's doing a Mark Wahlberg movie. And he has another movie lined up after that. He has a couple of movies.
Oh, really?
I read he had 4 movies in a row he had to do.
Yeah.
After WrestleMania.
Something tells me we're not going to... I have, like, a
Probably
feeling that
for
we're
Rock
probably not
profile.
going to see him at SummerSlam. I feel like he has to be there at SummerSlam, but I have just a small feeling he's not going to be there.
Well, he's not... Well, he might show up. He might be there as a guest, but he's not going to be there to wrestle.
Yeah.
So... Yep. Rock's not going to be the champion. If he does,
You don't
then...
know that.
They're not going to put a part-timer with the belt.
He could go full-time.
He's not going to go full-time.
It's
Could.
up to him.
You can't say, oh, he can't.
No, he
could.
can't. No, it's not that he can't. We need to know if he's willing, because remember the contract stated that he's supposed to make 2 appearances a month. But if WWE asks him to appear,
Lesnar.
That was Lesnar's contract. We're talking about Rock.
oh, I thought we were talking about Lesnar now.
No.
Oh.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know Rock's. They didn't release any of the full statement on Rock's.
Well, Rock's got a 1 year too.
He has a 1 year, but they didn't announce any of them.
Why, did he sign an extension?
He signed a full contract.
Yeah.
No, I thought he already did his 1 year.
No, he got a full contract.
Again?
He's under contract for... He was never under a contract.
I thought he was.
No, he was only under appearances.
Oh.
So he signed a contract.
Oh, okay.
That's why we're saying he has to be full-time if he wants to be the champion.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Because he's actually under contract to the company. That's like Austin. That's like Kevin Nash winning the title. He has to be there.
I wish Kevin Nash would win the title.
Yes, so do I. But that's like Kevin Nash said, him winning the title, and he has to be there because he's the champion, even though he's under a Legends contract. But he's still gonna be there. So, moving on.
Sting. I want to see Sting in WWE.
Who doesn't want to see Sting in WWE?
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
TNA marks.
WCW. Fanboys.
WCW.
Yeah.
I don't think WCW's opinion really matters.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, it matters
They're
so
pretty
much.
important.
Yep, they're so important. They're in WWE's library.
I wish I had $1 billion so I could start my own wrestling company and just fuck over Vince McMahon.
Yeah, I'm sure you could do that.
I wish
Good
I
luck
could.
with that.
Yeah.
I wish I could. I'd hire every single stud
You're
ever.
gonna need a shitload of money.
Yeah.
Like probably like
Yeah.
Every single stud ever.
You're gonna have to have people come to your shows.
Oh, they will.
Uh-huh.
Mike, you'd be my head creative.
Do you really want that?
Yeah, you'd be head creative so everyone could bitch at you about how bad you are.
What would we do?
Jonesy, you'd be like security. You'd be backstage.
I'd be the one. I'd be the one guy security. Yeah.
You're Doug Dillinger.
Yeah.
You're the one. You're the guy that comes. You're the guy who stands out there and guards all the crowds.
Strike Blade is Josh Matthews. He's the lovable nerd
He's the
announcer.
He's the backstage announcer.
Yeah.
That's funny.
We come back to the show and be like, so guys, Brodus Clay, somebody call his mama. And then the camera just cut away
Yeah.
as the cameraman jumps off a bridge.
He's the one who gets blown off by like all the big stars when he
Yep.
knocks on the locker rooms.
So what is Greg then, the announcer, or what?
I don't know.
Greg's the bellkeeper, the timekeeper.
And Jimmy's the ring announcer.
Jimmy's never here, so he would
Yeah,
never show up for the show.
Yeah, that's true.
He's the chef.
You'd have no announcer.
He's the Scott Hall. He'd never show up.
I'm the nose.
Or
You
show
drunkie?
nonsense,
Are you a
yeah.
drunkie too? Do you hit women,
I'll be-
Jimmy?
No, I'm not you.
Oh,
You're not a woman beater.
have her first match.
You gotta put some fear in them.
I hope you know his girlfriend was there like 15 minutes ago.
Really?
Yeah.
She's not there
It's
now.
okay. She knows to go to the kitchen when it's man talk, right, Jimmy?
Wow.
She took Jimmy's balls with her.
Is that right? Is that right?
I
Probably.
believe
How the hell would I
Jonesy
know?
just said that.
Well, at least he has a girl to take them away from him.
Oh.
That means I get to keep them.
But you don't get head, so...
Okay, let's move on.
That's what lefty's for.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Is it because your left hand feels different from your right hand?
Shut up.
Moving on.
Why, you want to find out?
Oh my god.
Oh, okay, we're done. Okay, we're moving on.
Yes,
We're
please.
moving on.
Alright, what's next?
Oh.
Me and my...
It's time. We talked about the more important things. Everything else seemed a little bit flat. Nothing else. Daniel Bryan's getting lost in the mix now
Ric Flair got arrested.
because they want to do Del Rio versus Sheamus feud, and so Daniel Bryan's gonna be left in the dust. So who knows what's gonna happen with that?
No.
AJ will fall into obscurity.
No, AJ's gonna probably be like the top diva.
Yeah,
But
right.
again, that's just.
Top
AJ
diva and sucking ass.
Anyways,
AJ's going to continue to be a whore.
we're gonna do.
A
We're
13-year-old
gonna do things a
whore.
little and again, we're gonna do things a little bit differently now because we spent the last couple hours creating some top 10 lists.
After
Hours?
two of us watched Lockdown.
Yep.
Which was the most horrible pay-per-view in the world.
Lockdown was a terrible pay-per-view.
Oh, come on.
We're
It
not gonna be
wasn't
covering
capital
that.
punishment.
Dude, Lockdown sucked.
Yeah.
It wasn't capital punishment.
At least Capital Punishment had the crowd into the show. This show, it was like watching an empty arena show.
It definitely was.
Except for Austin
I thought that was
Aries.
all. I thought that's what all TNA shows were.
Only in England during tour.
Yeah.
The only guy that was over was Austin Aries.
There's a shirt in the crowd that says Sedin Sisters, 2 girls, 1 cup.
Oh God.
Okay.
Hunter must be watching the hockey game.
So we all have our top 10 list, correct?
You're
I
Yep.
threw mine away.
Oh, God, John.
Okay, go.
We're
I'm
gonna
going last.
start.
I'm going last.
We have 3 lists to go over. We have top 10 heels of all time, top 10 baby faces of all time, and the top 10 tag teams of all time. We're gonna start out with top 10 tag teams. So guys, get your list ready.
I'm good. We get the shitty list out of the way first.
I will go first. My number 10, Michael Hayes, Buddy Roberts, and Terry Gordy, part of the Fabulous Freebirds. Now, this was a faction. The only reason why I put them on there is because they held the tag team championships as the AWA, and they created a rule called the Freebird Rule. It's where if a faction holds a tag team title, anyone in that faction is allowed to defend that title at any time.
Which is what the Spirit Squad used.
The Spear Squad used that. The Beautiful People did that. A bunch of other teams did that. You know, it's a very famous rule created because of a tag team, and they are definitely should be on that tag team's list.
DDP, Bam Bam Bigelow, and Canyon did it too.
Yeah,
When they were WCW Tag Team Champions.
exactly. I think obviously, you know, Michael Hayes is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Freebird is
He's also a racist.
Freebird is one of my favorite factions of all time, and I'm glad that they're up on my tag team list. Mike, you go next. What's your number 10?
I got a question. So we're just doing 10s and then going through and then 9s and then all that? Okay. My number 10 is the Dudleys.
Wow, they're really
number
on your list.
Well, that's because everybody hypes them up. Nobody, 8-time ECW tag champs, like 6-time WWE tag champ. I don't get how they won the titles like 20 times.
23.
Did
23.
they win a lot of them through the indies, though?
They won a lot of ECW, WWE. They won the TNA/NWA titles like 4 times, 3 or 4 times. They won the WCW tag titles. Yeah, I don't remember how many.
They won the New
WWE
Japan.
tag titles.
They won New
Oh.
Japan. They won Hustle. They won Cauliflower Alley Club. What?
I don't even know what that is.
They won New Japan and All Japan Pro Wrestling, both
Well, I know-
tag teams.
I know they won the New Japan tag titles like
Yeah.
twice.
No, they won
But
They won New Japan once.
Once? Are
Yeah.
you sure it was one? Are you sure it was once?
Yeah, it was just once.
Okay.
And they won the Hustle Super Tag Team Championship one time.
So, yeah, I knew I was forgetting something.
Yeah. And they won the ECW 8 times. IWGP Tag Team one time. NWA one time. TNA twice.
Well, I count NWA and TNA as the same thing
Well,
because it's all the same company.
well, that's when it was called the NWA Tag Team.
Yeah, I know. They got stripped when they were the champions.
Yeah. So you could say
But-
they won the TNA World Tag Team 3 times.
Yeah, TNA does that anyway.
Yeah.
They merged the NWA history into TNA's history.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They won the WCW once, WWE once, the World Tag Team 8 times.
I said they had 9 tag titles in WWE.
Yeah,
Or 10, excuse me, counting the WCW one.
exactly. So yeah, they were a great tag team, and I felt because of their size, they were really athletic for their size, for being like 250 plus guys.
Didn't they do an Ultimate X match?
I think they did. But that wasn't for a tag title though.
But I mean, still,
No.
Their,
to do an Ultimate X match. You know?
their best work was in ECW though, where the crowds wanted to kill them.
Oh yeah, dude. They were
Eh.
heavy. They were big guys in the ECW.
I remember I was watching the ECW DVD and Bubba told some woman that her young daughter was a whore. Straight up told her she's gonna spread her legs like her whore mother or something like that. I was like, wow, where was I when this was happening? Because that's something that's a promo I could get behind.
Well, you like whores?
Yes,
You like whore daughters?
yes. I like whores, whore mothers, and their whore daughters.
Okay.
So you like-
We gotta move on. We gotta move on. Okay, Strike. What's your number 10?
My number 10 is the Rockers.
All right.
Because they're the team that basically created who winds up being the Shawn Michaels and who becomes the Jannetty.
Well, obviously,
Yes.
because one's last name was Michaels and one's last name was Jannetty.
Yeah, but I mean,
It makes sense.
Congratulations.
it's the concept, though. I mean, Jannetty went off and did pretty much nothing, and Shawn Michaels became Shawn Michaels. You know,
And Marty Jannetty came.
It's kind of like how you look at the Miz and Morrison. You could even say Morrison was the Jannetty of the group, and the Miz became the Michaels. You know, the Miz went on to become champion, and Morrison got fired because he was dating Melina.
She's a whore.
Or you know, Edge and Christian. Edge was definitely the Michaels of the group, and Christian was the Jannetty.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, at first,
Christian had a career
Christian
after.
became a lot bigger recently now.
I mean,
because Edge is retired.
no, but I wouldn't still say Christian was the Jannetty. If you want to do that, then you compare the Hardy Boys. Jeff Hardy's the Shawn Michaels, while Matt Hardy's the Marty Jannetty.
Exactly.
But to say Christian's Marty Jannetty, no. Because Christian didn't have that bad of a career.
Well, no, yeah, but you compare. But it's kind of like the scale. Like which one had a bigger draw factor, a bigger, you know, a much bigger and wider career than the other.
That's because Christian went to another company.
Well, Christian
He went to TNA.
Christian had a good feud with Jericho after he ditched Edge.
That's because they got drafted on different shows.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to be a tag team for different shows. Moving on. Who's next?
Because Jimmy, internet is duping out. Oh,
Alright,
Jimmy gave me his list.
I'll read them off. I'll read off this list. Where's it at?
Okay, his list is Billy and Chuck. What? Okay,
Billy Gunn and Chuck Palumbo.
I'm just gonna go down. I'm not gonna read his. That's gonna be his number 10. Apparently, his number 10 is Billy and Chuck. Well, if he was here, I would yell at him because that is a terrible fucking start.
Does that make his number 1 the team I think it is?
just wait.
We're gonna go with that.
Well, then my list seems a little more plausible.
Okay, then Jonesy, you go. What's your number?
Yeah, I kind of threw mine together at the last minute. Freaking
Okay.
close. My number 10 is DX. I don't know if I want to do new or old.
I would say old.
Yeah, probably old then.
No, actually, I think if you have to put DX on your tag team list, they have to be new because then that's when they actually played themselves as a tag team. Because when they were the old DX, when they first started out, they were both going for single titles, and they never really did any tag team matches with each other. A couple occasions they did, but you know they weren't really considered as for the tag team titles. So I guess if you have to say DX, you have to say their 2006 version when they actually won the tag team titles from Orton and Edge.
They didn't win the tag titles from Orton and Edge.
I mean, whoever they fucking won
It was Jericho. Wasn't it Jericho and Show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you have to put DX on the list, they have to be the 2006 version. Hunter, you go. What's your number 10?
World's Greatest Tag Team, Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas.
Oh, I actually forgot about them.
Very good in-ring
I kinda glanced
chemistry.
over them.
Damn. They were
Very good. Yeah, they're a really good tag team. They have some of the best double team moves
I could
I've
compare
ever
them.
seen in a ring.
I could, they weren't a gimmicky tag team. They were like the Brain Busters. They were great because of their in-ring ability.
Yeah, they had great chemistry in the ring.
Yeah, amazing
And
chemistry.
that's why they're in Ring of Honor right now,
Yep.
being one of the best tag teams in Ring of Honor.
Okay. Let's move to number 9. My number 9, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express.
Oh my God!
I don't know either one of them.
You're going too
What?
old. You're going too old school for these people.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
sorry,
never heard
but
of 'em.
over
Who
the
are these
past
people?
past
I know them.
2 years, I've been really trying to keep up. I really wanted to know a lot of the older stuff, and I stumbled upon a match. I can't remember when it was, but it was the Rock and Roll Express and the Midnight Express.
You must have been watching an old NWA.
Yeah,
thing.
it was an NWA. Great fucking match. One of the best tag team
It's a
matches
great
I've
fucking
seen.
match. To have sex with your girlfriend.
One of the best tag team matches I've ever seen in my entire life. And the reason why I put both the Rock and Roll Express and the Midnight Express on this list. But remember, my number 9 is Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express. Very underrated tag team, and will probably I don't know. I'm not sure if they'll ever be inducted into the Hall of Fame. I hope they do. I hope they do.
could be.
They have to be. Yeah, they could be. I just hope they do, because that was a great match. If you guys have a chance, just go up. Just look it up. Rock and Roll Express versus the Midnight Express. Great match. Mike, you go next. What's your number 9?
My number 9 is Harlem Heat.
Ugh.
What? What?
Greg, you hate it because they were black, don't you?
You racist.
Racism is sad, Greg.
I didn't care for the Harlem Heat as a gimmick.
Did you guys know their original names when they first started? It was Kane and Cole. Before it went.
Cocaine and Cole?
Yes, Kane and Cole.
Oh, they said cocaine.
No. Before it went to Booker T and Stevie Ray. Of course, the new Harlem Heat, when Ahmed Johnson was there, that was horrible. I wanted to shoot out my eyelids. That tag team sucked. But we also...
Mike knows a lot about sucking.
Oh, I learned from you.
I
Okay.
learned from Hunter.
You're the best homo.
From Hunter.
But yeah.
Gotta start somewhere.
God.
But yeah, we all know how...
What about
my.
Harlem Heat 2000 though?
What?
What about Harlem Heat 2000?
I just mentioned them. That was Stevie Ray and Ahmed Johnson.
Yeah.
Or as WCW called him, Big T.
Exactly.
But yeah, we all saw Booker T had the better career out of those two.
Yep.
While Stevie Ray became a
What's the
commentator.
Chinetti?
Yep, Stevie Ray was the Chinetti.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Jimmy's number 9 was the Brothers of Destruction. The fact
Okay.
I'm looking at his number 8 right now, and the fact that his number 8 is above the Brothers of Destruction pisses me.
Don't spoil it
Okay,
until
fine.
we get there.
I'm gonna have a good talking with Mr. Jimmy.
I just want you to. I'm just waiting for you to talk about his number 1. I'm just waiting for that.
What the fuck? What is wrong with his list?
His list is
Are we
perfect.
sure we're reading this correctly?
His list is perfect.
Oh my god.
Well, for now, he wishes we did.
I,
But guess what?
I think
Well,
I'll talk about his number 1, but I think he just saw the number 1 name and he thought it was funny and he just put it over.
Well, guess what? It's being talked about.
Okay, fine. Hunter, Jonesy, what's your number?
Strike Blade is next.
Oh, Strike Blade? Yeah, Strike.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck.
Strike,
Oh, I was
strike,
gonna
go,
say
go.
Strike.
Sorry. What's your number 9?
My number 9 is the Hart Foundation.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And you talk about me having a tag team low on my list.
What?
And you talked about me having the Dudleys low on my list.
Yeah, I'm
He's got
kind of
the Hart-
surprised that you put the Hearts were the Hart Foundation was one of the greatest tag teams of all time.
Well, I never watched them.
Yeah, I can understand why Strike had to pull it out of his ass, like Jonesy and Jimmy especially.
His number 1 is great. I can't wait to get to
Oh
that.
my god, I can't believe it's fucking number 1.
Well,
Quite fitting number 1.
if we were reading this backwards, his number 1 is on the other end is still great.
His number 1 never even won a tag team championship.
Stop spoiling!
It was a faction.
I'm piling.
Right. Who's next?
Okay, Jonesy, go.
My number 9 is Money Incorporated.
Okay.
Where's that again?
Money Inc.
Money Inc. was Ted DiBiase and IRS. Yeah.
With the Mouse of the South, Jimmy Hart, as their manager.
Yeah.
He managed a lot of freaking
Jimmy
people
Hart
there.
didn't need. I honestly thought when watching these guys, Jimmy Hart didn't need to manage these two. I think DiBiase was just a character on his own, and he didn't need a manager. Jimmy Hart just elevated him like beyond the stars, though.
Jimmy Hart managed a lot of freaking people. None of to look at it.
Yeah, Jimmy Hart managed Billy Graham, Brutus Beefcake, King Kong Bundy, Earthquake, Ric Flair, The Giant, Bret Hart, Hulk Hogan, Lex Luger, Jim Neidhart, all the fucking guys. Kamala, Abdullah the Butcher, Greg the Hammer Valentine, I don't know, naming off a couple. Jimmy Hart was one of the greatest managers, I didn't put up the managers podcast yet. I need to put that up.
You haven't?
No.
That was recorded like a month ago.
Yeah, I've been a little lazy.
Alright, that could be episode 26. This is episode 27.
This is episode 26 V2.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Get it right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then the one we did last week can be the lost episode.
Lost
No,
episode number
that's
5.
literally lost because I deleted it.
You queer.
Bullshit, you didn't.
It was probably still in my
We
recycling
riot.
can, but I don't know.
We riot.
Yep. Alright.
Okay, Hunter, what's your number 9?
I have the Rockers at number 9, and Strike's already talked about them, so...
Yeah, I mean,
You don't have to-
Rockers is also on my list, and we'll get to them a little bit later. Let's move on to number 8. I'll start with my number 8. Beautiful Bobby Eaton and Sweet Stan Lane from the Midnight Express, the guys who had the match with the Rock and Roll Express.
At least we don't have to worry about Greg taking any of our spots.
Yeah, I know, right?
The Midnight,
Exactly.
also a former guy of the Midnight Express, Loverboy Dennis Condrey, I think that you said his name. Again, another great a great tag team that's not looked upon as probably one of the best. And obviously, after watching that tag match, I've always been a fan of the tag team division, and which makes me really sad of what the tag team division's turned into in the WWE.
What about the new Midnight Express?
Fuck you.
You didn't like Bombastic Bart? And
I don't know.
Bodacious Bob?
I don't know what you're talking about. I
You
don't
don't,
know.
you don't remember? You don't remember the new Midnight Express?
Nope.
Bart Gunn and Bob Holly?
Shut up. Okay, Mike. What's your number 8?
My number 8 is the new Midnight Express. No, I'm sorry. No, my number 8 is Demolition.
Great. I didn't put it on my list, but
They had a great feud with Aku and Andre the Giant for
Yeah.
the tag titles, which I should have put them on my list. I didn't think about it, but another team is primarily the reason why they got run out of town, which I'll explain when I get to them. But they also introduced Crush, which, as we all know, he's dead.
What number are we on? 7?
8.
8.
Yes, Crush. Who remembers Crush?
Nope.
You don't remember Crush? The Hawaiian
No.
guy?
No.
You don't remember the guy from Chronic?
Nope.
I forgot. I'm talking to the young crowd. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm kind of young.
All the
Like John Cena.
I like Candy Hurton. All the older crowd will remember who I'm talking about, hopefully. If they don't, then they stopped watching wrestling. But that's my number 8.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Sorry. Okay, Strike, go.
What?
Go.
My number 8? My number 8?
Number 8.
New Age Outlaws.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
you
That's a
can
good
tell-
one. New
My
Age
number 8 and
Outlaws,
9
Billy
basically
Gunn,
had to-
and Road Dogg.
Yeah.
They,
Yeah, those were the last two I thought of, so they're pretty bad.
when Billy Gunn and Road Dogg were the New Age Outlaws, that was before the DX run, right, Mike?
They were the Outlaws when they joined DX. They were DX before. They were together before the Triple H led DX.
Yeah. When they went for the tag team championships, there weren't a lot of tag teams around that time because a lot of them were mixed match. Like, I guess, I'll give you an example when they were actually going at it. They created The Rock and Mankind as the Rock and Sock connection. They had Undertaker and Big Show. They had Kane and X-Pac. They had, and then right when the New Age Outlaws pretty much came in and were that tag team. They had Crash and Hardcore Holly too, but who gives a shit about them?
They had the APA.
Yeah. They had the APA at that time too, and the
And the
Hardy
Dudleys.
Boys, but the Hardy Boys weren't that relevant until
And the
later
Dudleys.
on. And then Edge and Christian came in, and the Dudley Boys came in, and then history happened at WrestleMania 17, and which later became the greatest TLC match ever. So let's move on to who's next? Hunter?
Yep.
No.
Did Jonesy go?
Oh, Jonesy's next. I forgot.
My turn.
Yep.
My number 8 is ENC.
ENZ?
ENC.
Edge and
Oh,
Christian.
Edge and Christian.
For 8?
I was gonna say I don't know who Ian Z is.
Yeah, I'm like,
Who's Ian Z?
It's,
Were they in WCW?
for the WWE title.
Yep. Hey guys, it's Ian Z. Were they in the Dungeon of Doom?
Edge and Christian, yeah. I kind of want to go into Edge and Christian a little bit more when I talk about them because I'm the biggest Edge fan, I guess, in here.
You cried
You're an
during the
Edge head.
ceremony.
Yes,
you're-
I did get emotional when Edge got inducted into the
cried.
Hall of Fame.
Were you on your period that night too?
Oh, yeah.
Need some Vagisil?
Yeah. Okay, Hunter, go. What's your number 8?
I cried when the kid
I
was-
have the British Bulldogs, Dynamite Kid and Davy Boy Smith.
Nice. Okay.
I'm going old school on that one.
Yeah, I'm
Who are
surprised.
those people?
They're
What?
both dead.
Who's
I
dead?
think Dynamite Kid's dead.
He's probably dead.
The Dynamite Kid?
Yeah, is he still alive?
I can check.
No, Dynamite Kid's still alive, dude.
He's still alive.
Is he?
Yeah.
I know Bulldog's gone.
No. Dynamite
Who's
Kid's
Bulldog?
still... He retired, though.
Are you serious, Jonesy? You don't know who the British Bulldog is?
I'm gonna
I
smack
know
you.
who he is. I'm fucking with you.
Okay. It's because he was about to kick you from his cough.
He's that Hawaiian guy.
Yeah. He's the Hawaiian guy. named Crush. That's exactly him.
He just happens to be called British Bulldog.
Yep. He's a British guy from Hawaii.
Oh,
With a mullet and a British accent.
And we've got to say Jimmy's number 8, Crime Time.
Jesus Christ, you troll.
He's fucking with us.
Well, he said that it's in no particular order. So
Well, guess what? We gave him an order.
Yeah, that's why we told him to put it in an order, and he put number 8 as crime. The fact that he could put
Brooklyn.
the fact that he'll put Crime Time on the list
What do you...
because they didn't have that great of a run as a tag team. They did a lot of backstage stuff rather than actual wrestling.
They stole stuff.
Yeah, they stole more
stole
stuff than actually wrestle.
It's pretty sad.
It's because they're black.
It is.
Okay,
Stereotypical black guy stealing stuff.
my number 7. We'll move on to number 7. My number 7, Blackjack Mulligan and Blackjack Lanza, the Blackjacks.
What about the new Blackjacks? Blackjack Bradshaw and Blackjack Wyndham.
Hey, Mike, what about fuck you?
I've never heard of that tag team.
Neither have I. Are they?
Sounds like a porno.
You didn't hear? It's John Cena and Zack Ryder.
Oh,
And they gloat about how they're the best in the company right now.
are they in the AWA?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Scott Hall and Mullets managing them.
The Blackjacks were a very famous tag team. They were one of the first. I believe, they were the first team that Bobby the Brain Heenan managed when he first came into the business.
It's some guy with cancer.
Oh. Ouch.
Oh. If Jonesy's going to ask a troll question, he's going to get a troll answer.
So yeah, the Mulligans were. The Blackjacks were great. Mike, go. What's your number 7?
My number 7 are the Powers of Pain. The Warlord and the Barbarian.
Jesus Christ, Mike.
What? You don't remember the Powers of Pain? Get out. Get out.
Oh my god.
What is wrong with the Powers of Pain?
We said how last week was the best podcast. I think this one is.
Are you going to hate on me for the Warlord and the Barbarian? Can't believe you. Well, at least my I don't have a certain tag team as my number 1 like Jimmy does. So stop hating on me. Okay?
No, but the
Hey,
I'm saying
hey.
because did they even win a tag team? Yeah, they did win a tag team. Fuck, what did they win?
They won a tag team. What was their name?
They won a tag.
No, they won a tag team championship. I'm trying to remember. Fuck me.
No.
I don't want to.
Jimmy Crockett Promotions, that's right. The NWA World 6-Man Tag Team Championship.
A tag title's a tag title.
Yep. With Ivan Koloff. You're going to hear his name a little bit later.
That is my number 7. The Powers of Pain.
Okay. Strike. Go.
My number 7 is Lundrick.
Paul London and Brian Kendrick.
Yeah.
Why'd you say Lundrick?
I don't know. Didn't they hold the tag team titles for a year? That's impressive, right?
Well, yeah, they held the tag titles for a year and then held the world tag titles for like 2 days.
Wow, London was fucking Ashley Massaro. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, Strike.
I mean, weren't they good or something? I don't know.
They were. I mean, it's Paul London and Brian Kendrick. They were good, but they never really showed it in their matches because they were always put against shitty teams.
Yeah, like the new Pit Bulls and who else? Who was that tag team that Michelle McCool managed?
Oh, the
Who's Michelle McCool?
The 2 nobodies who no one heard of and could never remember their name because they're too busy looking at Michelle McCool's tits because they're always hanging out of her shirt.
It was like Stevens and somebody else.
Yeah, it was. You don't have to worry about them. let me look them up.
We're all speechless
because there was such a shitty there were no names. It was KC James and Idol Stevens.
Oh my god.
And right now they're currently Idol Stevens is in FCW right now, apparently.
Good, he can work on his gimmick that doesn't suck.
Oh. Wait a second. Bullshit. Apparently... Oh
Breaking
my god.
news.
Idol Stevens, Damian Sandow.
Is he?
What?
What?
I didn't know that. Idol Stevens is Damian Sandow right now.
Oh.
Irony.
That's
Twist of fate.
That's why Damien.
Dun dun dun.
That's why Damian Sandow won't make it in this business.
He looks nothing. I did not know that. Wow.
Well, guess what? He still sucks.
And what about, Oh, and KC James is James Curtis.
Oh.
Who's that?
And guess what? He still sucks.
Nobody, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, go to Jimmy's next one.
Okay, Jimmy's number... what are we...
His number 7.
Is Degeneration X. I can accept that. That's fine. Even though he didn't state which one it is. Jonesy, go.
Number 7?
Yep.
Mine is Brothers of Destruction.
We've already went over them.
Yep. Okay, then
Actually,
Hunter.
yeah.
I got APA at number 7.
AP, another great... I don't have them on my list.
Real Smash Mouth. I just liked how they were.
Yeah.
I have them as an honorable mention.
The only thing I can remember from them is that you could see Trish's boobs in a promo.
Oh, God.
Oh, the strip poker one?
Yeah,
was
that's the
hot.
only...
That was when they were feuding with TNA.
They could have.
Testicles.
They could have been a good. They could have been a good comedy tag team
Who?
if APA.
Yeah. Well, they kind of were. They were quite funny when they were at their table backstage, and people would come in the back and hire them to beat up someone, and they would bring in money. They'd be like, "Damn."
Yeah,
Yeah, they're quite funny at sometimes.
I miss those guys.
Yeah. And I think
I was gonna do
without-
Right to Censor, but they're on my honorable mentions
Oh,
list.
Right to Center was terrible. Don't even. I remember there was a match. It was The Godfather and Val Venus, and was it Terry Runnels and someone else were up on the stage, and every time someone got thrown over the top rope, one of the divas corresponding with the person who got thrown over the top rope had to take off a layer of clothing. And then I can't remember who was about to take off their bra, but someone was about to take off their bra, and Stevie Richards came in and covered her up as a big cock block, and I was like, no! Why? Yeah.
Alright, moving on to number 6.
Number 6. Let me pull my number 6.
Yeah, everybody else did their stuff.
My number 6, The Rockers. Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty.
We've already gone over
We
them.
went over them plenty of times already, so let's move on. Mike, what's your number 6?
My number 6 is Scott Hall and Kevin Nash,
The Outsiders?
the Outsiders. Multiple-time WCW Tag Team Champions and the founding fathers of the original NWO. They had some decent matches with Sting and Luger and the Steiners and who else?
Here's my
Harlem
thing.
Heat, the Nasty Boys.
Here's my thing. I don't like Nash. Plain and simple. I don't like Scott Hall, but I like Razor Ramon. But that's it.
So
That's all I have to say.
person.
You hate the guy, but you like the gimmick.
Yep.
That doesn't make any sense.
Makes perfect sense.
That's like
It
saying...
It makes perfect sense.
Razor Ramon was a perfect bad guy.
he
Scott
was a good
Hall
guy.
was a drunk, druggy of a mess, and he came out always looking like that. But Razor Ramon, he had a look that he always had to come out as, and he
was
and he was
Cuban.
able to pull off that look.
Cubano.
Well,
And he
te-
was Cubano too.
te- te- te-
My homie
technically,
right there.
technically, I think for some of that, WCW made him think that he was drunk. They played it into an angle.
It was
'Cause he
WCW. Who gives a shit?
He would come out drunk, and then all of a sudden he'd be extremely sober. So I think some of that was an angle, but we all know he's still a drunken idiot.
Yeah. So okay.
Strikes next.
My number 6.
Your number 6.
My number 6 was Jericho.
Big.
Shut up.
Whale.
Okay, whatever.
For
Break
being
the
a,
walls down.
for being a recent tag team, they were pretty good.
Well, yeah, but I would have rather seen Edge and Jericho more than Jericho and Big Show. Just for the
Yeah.
sole fact, I think Edge and Jericho would have been so much more better and could have probably pumped some blood back into the tag team division.
Rated Y2J would have been awesome. But to
Yeah.
have a pay-per-view main event in a tag team match for the titles, that's pretty good nowadays.
Yeah.
So I'd put them there.
Whale.
So Jimmy's number Jimmy's number 6 was the Dudley Boys, another acceptable one. His next one pisses me off a little bit.
We'll get to that. Don't spoil it.
Jonesy,
what
go.
is it? My number 6? Or was it 6?
He's number 6.
That would be the Hart Foundation.
The Hart Foundation?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
Hunter.
yeah, we already talked about them. Okay, go.
Hunter, go.
Let me check my list real quick. I got the Steiner brothers.
Yes, okay. The Steiner Brothers, the launch of Scott Hall's career.
Scott Hall.
I mean, son of a bitch!
You mean Scott Steiner?
No, trust me, I always get their names flip-flopped.
Wait. How can you get them confused when Steiner is in the team name? The
Yeah.
Steiner brothers.
Are you drunk?
They made an immediate impact
No,
as soon as they came in.
they did.
That's like saying Los Guerreros is Los Del Rios.
Okay, look. Rick Steiner, Scott Steiner came in to go help his brother, Rick Steiner, who's already been wrestling for a while now. And it only helped launch Scott Steiner's career. Because Rick Steiner just kind of disappeared, got overshadowed by his brother really quickly.
Well, when he was a heel, he was up there. But yeah, they're one of the greatest WCW tag teams of all time,
Definitely.
bar none.
Bar none, exactly.
Alright, but it's time for number 5.
Let's do it. Remember, we've got 2 other lists to go. Let's go through these. Come on.
Guys,
Jesus Christ.
Just run down your
God
lists. Just run down your lists. Don't even just run them down.
How about we just start talking when we start to talk top 5?
We're just gonna run down our lists. Get
Okay.
it done and over with. Go, Greg.
Okay, fine. You want to run down the list?
Well, we gotta get the time constraint.
My number 5, Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson. The Brainbusters. Great, perfect, no gimmick whatsoever needed to be thrown into that tag team. They had, what's his name? I just drew a blank.
JJ Dillon.
Yeah, well, when they're with the 4 Horsemen, yeah, they had JJ Dillon to help them boost. When they're in the WWE, weren't they with Bobby Heenan?
I don't remember.
I believe so. Just great. They didn't need a gimmick. They had the managers to help them become one of the best tag teams ever. My number 4, Edge and Christian. Great fucking tag team. Edge, my favorite tag team, helped pump more blood back into the tag team division. Number 3, the Dudley Boys, Devon and Bubba Ray. Another great tag team. My number 2, Bret Hart and Jimmy Neidhart, Hart Foundation.
Jimmy Neidhart.
Yeah.
That hard?
Neidhart.
Whatever. I'm
Neidhart. Say it with me.
Nightheart.
Fuck you. And my number 1.
That's not how you say it.
My number 1, Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors, a.k.a. the Legion of Doom when they were in the AWA. And a little bit in the WWE.
Interesting.
Okay, Mike, go.
You got any honorable mentions first?
No.
Okay. My number 5. Justin Gabriel needs cider. Oh, my number 5. My number 5 is The Usos. No,
Shut up.
my number 5 is Sting and Lex Luger. What? They had some epic matches with Harlem Heat and the Steiners as well.
Not saying they didn't.
I'm just not gonna say anything.
Number 4, Los Guerreros.
Oh, that's my number 5.
My number 3, the Hart Foundation. My number 2, the Legion of Doom. And my number 1, the Steiners. And my honorable mentions, Edge and Christian, APA, the Hardys, and America's Most Wanted, James Storm and Chris Harris. They were in TNA, people. Calm down.
Okay, go Strike. Just run down your top 5 because we have more lists to go through.
My number 5 was Beer Money. My number 4 was Motor City Machine Guns. My number 3 was Edge and Christian. My number 2 was the Dudleys, and my number 1 was Team Extreme.
I love how your top 5 was in the past like decade. Let's run down Jimmy's list.
This is the greatest.
Oh no! Now we're hitting the creamy.
His number 5, the Full-Blooded Italians, FBI. Wait for it. Wait for it. The WWE version.
But which version? There was 2 of them.
Yeah, the WWE version.
I'm guessing he's the Nunzio.
Yeah, but Nunzio had 2 different partners. He had Stromboli, or however you pronounce his name.
It was probably Nunzio and Vito.
Okay, because he
they
had
were the
2
more relevant.
Yeah.
His number 4, the Nation of Domination. Number 3, the New Age Outlaws. Number 2, the Rock and Sock Connection, and the number 1.
Can I say it? Can I say it?
Wait.
Can I say it?
He had wait. Let me just explain to everybody. He had a list of all the tag teams ever in the company, and he picks a fucking faction. Just say it.
His number 1.
The Job Squad.
The Job Squad.
Oh yeah.
If no one knows who the Job Squad is, it was a stable of Al Snow, the Blue Meanie, Gilbert, Scorpio, and Bob Holly.
Winners, all of them.
Oh my god. I wonder if Jimmy had a Job Squad shirt as a child.
Okay, he didn't put the Hardys in his list. He didn't put... I can't... He didn't put Edge and Christian. I can't comprehend the
Strike
list.
go. Or I mean, Jonesy go.
I don't think I can top that list.
I don't think anybody can top that list.
Let's just say really quickly, the Job Squad did nothing, and even though their JOB means just over broke, the Job Squad is an appropriate name for what they were. They acted like jobbers.
Because they were jobbers.
Exactly.
Well, except for Al Snow and Bob Holly.
And Gilbert.
He was a jobber.
He was such a jobber.
He was a jobber with a title.
Yeah.
Kind of like Santino now. But anyway, go ahead, Jonesy. You're up.
I don't think I want to top that. Let's see, we're at 5 through 1?
Yep.
Okay, number 5, I have the Rockers. Number 4, I have APA. Number 3, I have the Dudleys. Number 2, I have Demolition. And number 1, I have the Road Warriors.
Oh, no Otunga in your list?
Well, no.
I rest for this one.
Oh, how nice of you.
Okay, Hunter, what's your last 5?
5, Los Guerreros. 4 is Demolition.
Mm-hmm.
3, the Hart Foundation. 2, the Legion of Doom. Number 1. Motherfuckers. How did I fucking...
It's somebody...
I didn't pick a number 1. I didn't pick one.
Wow.
His number 1 is Santino and Kozlov.
Who's worthy enough to be my number one?
The job.
Houston Domino.
Oh my god.
How about two dudes with attitude?
HBK and Diesel.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I'll go with
Wait, who's
a
that
tie
tag
between
team?
Christian and Edge and the Dudleys.
Wait, who's that tag team that
for my
has
top
the,
spot?
Who's that tag team you guys like with fuck, I forgot their name.
Oh, Durant.
Or Too Cool. Too Cool could be my number one.
I'm surprised Strike did put the Colony on his list.
Because the Colony is a faction, right?
They're a tag team too.
If they,
Or the Un-Americans.
Fire Ant and Soldier Ant are the tag team of the group.
Oh.
Booker T and Goldust.
Oh god.
Well, they're my honorable mentions.
Booker T and
Colony.
Goldust.
Kane and Rob Van Dam.
I'm surprised you can put Kane and Hurricane as your number one.
Oh, Hurricane?
Hurricane and Rosie.
the American males.
Oh my god.
American males.
American males. American males.
American males.
Or the Spirit Squad.
No,
Oh
American
my
males
God.
wins. That should be your number one.
Jesse and Festus.
No, it's a tie between the Hardys and
I know what our next top
Edge and
five.
Christian and the Dudley Boys.
I know what our next top five is.
What?
Best top 5 things the American males did in WCW.
Top 10 and worst, or top 5 and worst 5 themes.
I can probably do that.
American males. American males. Oh, I'm sorry.
We have themes.
That would be a lot of editing on your part.
No,
He's not gonna put the actual themes in the show.
What we think are. We don't have to throw all of them in.
Only like a couple of clips.
Oh boy.
A few clips, maybe.
Like 5 seconds of it.
Maybe. Right, but we gotta get
Let's
into
hurry
the
this
next
up.
list.
It's like fucking 1 already.
Let's just go through these lists and then discuss them afterwards, Greg.
I've got top 5.
We're gonna do the heels now. Okay.
Yeah,
so
I've
your
only
heels
got
list
top
ready?
5s for those.
Just skip me until 5.
Are we doing top 5 heels or?
No, I'm doing my top 10 because I have 10 set up.
I've only got 5 faces and 5 heels since it took me like...
That's fine.
That's fine. Whatever. My top 10 heels of all time. Number 10. One of the best trash talkers ever. Jim Cornette. The
I thought you
fucking...
were gonna say Scott Hall.
Fuck you. With the tennis racket and everything. I love that fucking guy. My number 9. Harley Race. Another great bad guy. I think one of his best moments was when he put the $25,000 bounty over Ric Flair's head when Ric Flair was doing the babyface run. My number 8, one of my favorite wrestlers, Michael P.S. Hayes, from the Fabulous. You could say the Fabulous Freebirds in general because they were one of the biggest heel factions, heel teams in the AWA because they had a great rivalry with one of the biggest babyface factions of all time, the Von Erichs. I'll get to them later. My number 7, the Iron Sheik. The Iron Sheik was a great guy, great heel work. You know, his feud with Sergeant Slaughter was very memorable. His feud with Hulk Hogan was very memorable. Number 6, Ivan Koloff, the man who ended the 7-year plus reign of Bruno Sammartino, and was a great heel work in outside and inside the ring. Number 5,
Billy Graham.
Number 5, Hollywood Hulk Hogan. With the sole purpose that when he turned heel, everybody wanted to fucking kill Hogan. But I say Hollywood Hulk Hogan because Hollywood is when he was heel. Number 4, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Greatest heel manager of all time, bar none. Number 3, Freddie Blassie. Great heel wrestler, great heel manager. Number 2, Ric Flair. And including all 4 horsemen. Ric Flair, absolutely one of the greatest heels of all time. But on my list, the greatest heel of all time, Mr. Vincent Kennedy McMahon. No one can beat McMahon. No one. Period. Mike, what's your top 10 or 5?
I got a top.
My nipples through this shirt.
Anyway, you don't have no honorable mentions? Did anybody write any honorable mentions down?
I didn't
just
write
me?
any.
I was too concerned with filling the list.
I guess if I had to say some honorable mentions, would have to be like JBL. He was a great heel. Edge is another great heel. You know, some of the guys that I wouldn't put on the list, but were great in my mind. So let's go.
Alright. My number 10 is Triple H.
Okay.
The evolution when he turned on Shawn Michaels. That was a great heel run. My number 9 is Shawn Michaels. My number 8 is Ted DiBiase, one of the best talkers in the business. My number 7 is... Huh?
Senior.
My number 7 is Kurt Angle. Oh, okay. My number 6 is... Okay, I thought people were going to say something.
Well, no, Kurt Angle had a nice... You know, he's still one of the biggest heels in TNA.
But his WWE heel work was golden.
Yeah.
The time where...
You suck.
He kept making the music guy play his theme over because they kept chanting, "You suck."
Yeah.
That was hilarious. You will play it again. My number 6 is Chris Jericho.
Oh, wow.
My number 5 is Edge. My number 4 is Vince McMahon. My number 3 is The Rock.
I already hate you already.
My number 2 is Ric Flair, and my number 1 is Hollywood Hogan.
Okay.
With my honorable mentions, 2003 Kane, The Undertaker, Scott Steiner, and Steve Austin.
What?
Because pre-alliance, heel Austin was epic.
Yeah.
What?
Especially when he assaulted Lita.
What?
With the steel chair.
What?
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 Okay.
Go Strike.
No. Oh, yeah, Strike, go.
Oh, well, I only have 5, so...
Does Jonesy have 10, or does he have 5?
Here, wait. Let's go over
did
Jimmy's.
10.
Let's go over Jimmy's, because Jimmy has 10.
Okay, then Jonesy, go next.
In no particular order. Number 10, The Rock. Number 9, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Number 8, John Cena. Number 7, Kane. Number 6, Randy Orton. Number 5, Triple H. Number 4, Ric Flair. Number 3, Bischoff. Number 2, McMahon. And number 1, Daniel Bryan. Actually, a list so much better than his fucking tag team list. At least those guys
I like how he spelled McMahon.
The only one that I wouldn't put on that list was Cena and Bryan. Because Bryan's heel run currently right now seems like a joke. And Cena's heel run was terrible.
His heel run was great. I don't know what you're talking about.
I hated Cena's heel run. That's because I hated the rapper gimmick.
Well, the way he insulted people was clever and funny.
Yeah, but then you also got to slap Stephanie's butt, and I'm kind of jealous.
Oh, God. All right, I guess it's Jonesy's turn since he has 10.
I wish it was AJ's butt, don't you?
Yeah. No, Strike, go. What's your top 5?
Well, my fifth slot goes to a diva, and that would be Lita. That almost rhymed. I don't like that. Anyways, my 5th spot's done. My 4th spot goes to Triple H. Number 3 goes to Chris Jericho. Number 2 goes to Vinnie Mac. And my number 1 goes to JBL.
See,
because
I still don't understand why you picked Lita, though. Because Lita's heel run was so much better than her babyface.
That's why you picked
a heel.
Yeah, this is
That's why I picked her as a heel.
That's why you picked her as a
I
heel.
just forgot.
God
Sorry.
damn it, you're an idiot.
I don't remember JBL being a good face ever
He was never...
in the history of facing.
He was only a face with the APA.
But yeah, JBL is what every heel should aspire
JBL got
be.
to see Trish Stratus's boobs, so he's one lucky son of a bitch.
When you just have the crowd hating you and wanting you to lose that title over anything else, you are doing your job right.
Okay. Jonesy, go. What's your top 5? Or 10?
My heels? Let's see, I have number 10, Cornette. Number 9, JBL. Number 8, Edge. Number 7, Flair. Number 6, Triple H. Number 5, Gorgeous George. Number 4... What? You're just surprised I put him in there, aren't you?
Kind of. I'm just surprised that, like, someone who's been
Well,
watching...
I've read about him, so yeah.
I didn't even put Gorgeous George on my list just because I didn't know much about him. Because he was so...
I've read stories about him.
I've read stories too, but I still don't have enough to put him on my list.
Next.
Of course, it was in a bathroom reader, so that's not really much to go on.
Oh my god.
Number 4, Iron Sheik. Number 3, Kane. Number 2, Heenan. And number 1, McMahon. Vince.
No, Linda. Linda McMahon is your number 1 top heel of all time.
Number 1, Linda McMahon.
She ran for Senate. She's a heel.
She made the WWE shit, damn it.
Go, Hunter.
Number 5, Edge. I fucking forgot my list. I'm just going off the top of my head. Number 4,
I thought you had this written out.
I know.
No, I don't. This is all off the top of my head.
You're the worst list creator in the history of list creators.
Okay,
At least I tried.
yeah. Number 4,
At least Jonesy took his.
JBL.
At least Jonesy took his to the restroom and tried thinking about it.
That's true.
I don't think I thought once about
Number 3, Triple H.
You were in the restroom, but you decided to let us hear you peeing, then actually come up with a fucking list.
Let Hunter finish his list.
Number 2, Vince McMahon. Number 1, well, I don't know. I don't have a number 1.
Doink the Clown.
Twice the clock.
Hunter's number 1 heel is Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Well, actually, Doink the Clown's heel run was fucking scary as fuck.
Well, of course, he's a clown.
Let's see.
Well, no, clowns aren't scary. Only to stupid people.
Well, people find clowns scary.
That's why they're stupid.
Clowns.
So they're stupid because they hate clowns?
Yeah, I love clowns.
I fucking hate clowns.
But
You're stupid then, Jonesy.
I knew someone as a kid who was terrified by Doink the Clown, especially during his heel run. He would shit his bricks. He would never watch wrestling when he was on.
Okay, then Doink the Clown's doing his job right.
Okay, and so that's our heel list, everybody. And for babyface list to end this long podcast, I think I'm not sure how long this has been going on. Top 10 baby faces or top 5, whatever you want to go with it. I'll go first. My top 10: Shawn Michaels, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Had a great time, had a great career. Most of his career that I enjoyed more times was with the Rockers, and when he returned in like 2000. He returned in 2001 or 2. 2. That's right.
Is your number 9 the Great Khali?
No, my number 9 is Dusty Rhodes.
I thought it was Jinder Mahal.
Doesn't have a mean bone in his body. Just fucking great guy all around. Number 8.
He doesn't have a mean bone, but he has a lisp.
Yeah, I mean he has.
He got a bicycle.
Why isn't David Otunga on your list?
Because he's not a fucking.
Because he's not a crackhead. Continue your list.
My number 8, The Undertaker. He started out as a heel in the company, but when, now he's progressed to something more than just a babyface or a heel. Like, I'm not sure what you could call Undertaker now. A legend. He's better than legend now.
He's a phenom.
Exactly. He is a phenom. My number 7, Bruno Sammartino, carried the company on his back for 7 years until he lost it to Ivan Koloff, who's my number 6 on my heels list. Tough son of a bitch. My number 6 goes to Kevin Von Erich for the sole reason that he's the only living Von Erich of the Von Erich brothers. Von Erich brothers.
You son of a bitch.
He survived, ergo he's on the list.
Yeah. Well,
he survived the hanging.
In parentheses, I put the Von Erich brothers for the sole purpose that they were the biggest guys in the AWA because their father was running the AWA. Von Erichs were never heels. You know, one of the top guys of the Von Erich brothers was Kerry Von Erich. He was supposed to be like the biggest guy in the fucking industry. My number 5, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't know what else I can say about him. Number 4, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. It's rare to see someone who comes into the company as a babyface and leaves the company as a babyface. Ricky the Steamboat had great matches with... Two of my favorite was with Ric Flair and
Did you just
with...
say Ricky the Steamboat?
Ricky the Steamboat. I mean... Ricky
So
the
So
Dragon...
he's a steamboat.
Ricky the Steamboat.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat had great feuds with specifically Macho Man and Ric Flair.
Somebody channeled Santino's language.
My number 3...
The Steamboat.
Oh, Ricky the Steamboat, how are you? Is that like Roddy Piper?
Roddy the Piper.
Oh my god. Okay, my number 3 is Andre the Giant. He's another top guy in the business, just like Bruno Sammartino, just like my next guy. Number 2, John Cena. You can't deny this guy is probably the biggest babyface the company ever had, except for my next guy who's my number 1, Hulk Hogan. Mike, go. What's your top 10?
My number 10 is the Ultimate Warrior. I heard a sigh and then nothing. My number 9 is Goldberg. Shut up. My number 8 is Macho Man.
Yeah, he's one of my honorable mentions, Macho Man.
My number 7 is Hogan. My number 6 is Bret Hart. My number 5 is The Rock. My number 4 is Shawn Michaels. You clear your throat out. That's disgusting. My number 3 is Stone Cold. I'm about to kick everybody from the call. My number 2.
Push.
Reverse. My number 2. My number 2 is Sting. And my number 1 is The Undertaker. With my honorable mentions are CM Punk, Chris Benoit, Kane, and Eddie Guerrero. Chris Benoit. He's also dead.
But he killed.
I don't care.
That's like Hitler status.
He put a Von Erich up there.
I know.
Well, the Von Erichs killed themselves, not killed someone else.
He killed himself.
Well, he killed 2 people and then he
God
killed
damn it.
himself.
I don't look past the double suicide murder that he did. I look at his wrestling career, not the people he killed.
Okay, fine, whatever. Strike, go. What's your top 10 or 5?
Just to say, I don't think you can double suicide.
Or double murder suicide, whatever.
He failed the first time and tried again.
Double murder suicide.
No. What happened was
I'll
he
try
went
again.
he went suicide and he died, but he got resurrected and then he died again because he.
What is his name? Jesus?
Yep.
Jesus Benoit? His name is Jesus Benoit.
I'm gonna create that guy on WB12 now.
Headbutt.
And it's actually Chris Benoit in a Jesus robe.
Now I'm imagining Chris Benoit with falling with freaking wings and doing a headbutt.
in a white robe.
I need a kid. Okay, straight, go.
With a halo over his head.
Straight, go. Straight. We need to get this done.
With a knife in his hand. In a rope. My God, I'm a horrible person.
I guess you'll never see Jesus Benoit in a bull rope match. And before we get a whole bunch of hate comments, they're gonna be great.
Well, no one listens this far into our podcast.
Name the title, Jesus Benoit.
They probably stopped listening when Jimmy listed the Job Squad.
Just strike go.
Give me a minute.
Oh, man.
And now we have another inside joke.
Yep.
This is what makes us better than New Legacy. I mean, what?
Yeah, okay. Don't toot your own horn there, buddy.
Okay.
Let Hunter do that for you.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. Strike's no more good. I think we're broken. So I'm gonna make somebody make a mashup of like a church theme to go to the Benoit theme. Oh man.
Okay.
Daddy, no!
They're all getting reported. Go Strike.
He comes out with pillows, so whenever like his worshippers come up to him, he smothers them.
Worship me, damn it!
When he goes to baptize them, he pushes them off a stage with a noose wrapped around their neck.
And headbutts him.
Off the top rope. Oh man.
Okay, Strike, go.
Okay. My top 5 faces. My 5th slot goes to a woman again, a diva wrestler, Trish Stratus. And my number 4 goes to RVD. My number 3 goes to Eddie Guerrero. My number 2 goes to HBK. And my number 1 goes to Hogan.
Alright. Okay, let me read up Jimmy's list. His number 10 is The Rock. Number 9, John Cena. Number 8, Taker. Number 7, Triple H. Number 5, Booker T. Number 4, Goldberg. Number 3, Austin.
His number 1 is Epic, I'm just saying that right now.
Wait, I think I just miscounted. Number 3, Kane. Number 2, RVD. His number 1 is Farouk. I would accept Farouk.
But his face run was kind of poopy.
His face run was poopy, but, you know, he did open the gate to a lot of black wrestlers.
Yeah, when he won the WCW title.
Yeah. And I think that should allow him to probably get on the list. Of course, he probably shouldn't be that close up to the top, but I would understand someone wanting to have him on the list.
Alright, Hunter, go.
Shawn Michaels is number 5. Mick Foley, number 4. Jesus Christ. I'm so fucking tired.
No,
We
he
were
was already
laughing
mentioned.
for like 5 minutes straight. You couldn't fucking come up with a list.
Yeah, I can.
Jesus was...
The Rock, number 3. Goldberg, number 2. And... Fucking...
We did forget that Vince McMahon hired God to team up with Shawn Michaels.
He did.
So he could be like the greatest babyface in the world.
God is also 0.
He left HBK out to dry. He was
Yes.
an awful face.
Oh, yeah, so he turned heel.
Oh yeah,
Austin,
he could be
number
the
1.
biggest heel of all time.
No, he has to end the world first. Or let Snooki have her baby.
God.
God damn it.
Hunter, what's your number 1?
Austin.
What happens if the baby came? What happens if Snooki had her baby, and like it came out and like it had purple hair and it started singing?
What happens if she has the baby and it has Eddie Guerrero's face?
Wait, is she pregnant?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
pregnant.
I did not know
supposed
that.
to have-
Idiots? Of course she's pregnant.
When
She's
did that
supposed to have
happen?
the baby on the same day the world's supposed to end.
Snooki
I can't wait. Jonesy, did you do your list yet?
No.
Alright, go.
All right. Number 10's let's say Cody Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes. Number 9, Sting. Oh wait, fuck! I have Rhodes as 8.
Good job.
Okay, fine. Rhodes will be 8. I don't need a 10.
Oh wow,
Number
I'm
7.
surprised.
Keep going.
All right, whatever. Number 7 is Edge. Number 6 is Andre the Giant. Number 5 is HBK. Number 4 is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Not
Ricky the
Steamboat.
Ricky the Steamboat Dragon.
Yeah. Number 3, I have is Taker. Number 2, The Rock, and number 1, Stone Cold.
No Jesus Benoit.
No Jesus Benoit.
Jesus Benoit, Jesus
He's-
Benoit. Holy shit,
he-
there's Jesus Benoit.
He's debuting on the next Warpath show.
He's coming in to
I-
save us and choke us all out. Jesus Benoit, Jesus Benoit.
That's his new theme song.
Headbutt.
Headbutt off the fucking cloud.
Holy headbutt.
He jumped off of heaven and hit a headbutt.
His submission will no longer be the crippler crossface. It'll be the new Strangler. And I'll be taking my leave now. I'll see you next week. I'll see you next week.
Okay. Should we do our?
Next.
Should we do our? Well, we're done with our top 10 list.
Yeah.
We'll do another one of these top 10 list shows when another slow week happens. Want to do our pop, flop, and botch? Everybody? If
Not
you could-
really.
I could do my pop, flop, and botch really quickly right now. My pop goes to no one because this week was shit. My flop goes to the TNA pay-per-view, and my botch goes to the TNA pay-per-view. And I'm taking something from 4-Player Podcast. My fuck you of the week goes to the TNA pay-per-view. Fuck you, TNA pay-per-view. Fuck you.
It wants to bang you back.
What?
I don't know. I guess I'll do mine. My pop goes to Jesus Benoit.
Jesus
He will,
Benoit.
he will be debuting soon. My botch goes to Ricky the Steamboat Dragon. He was not
You
as
mean
he was not
Ricky
as,
the Steamboat.
yes, I said that. He was not as talented as Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Fuck
And
you.
my botch goes to Greg for blatantly confusing Scott Steiner for Scott Hall.
God damn.
How can you confuse a roided up Nimrod for an alcoholic is beyond me.
Okay.
Hey guys, look for Scott Hall. No, that's Scott Steiner, buddy.
Okay, who else could shit out their pop up and modge, or should we end this?
I could.
I need to take a shit.
Okay, strike.
My pop goes to Brodus Clay because they're putting him in a feud,
Oh my god.
and now he's actually got something relevant to do.
Let's see if you can actually do something with it.
My flop goes to OBD not doing a nip slip.
OBD?
Yeah.
Who is OBD?
Okay,
Who is OBD?
No, it's OBD.
it's ODB.
It's OBD.
So
Greg,
said-
you said OBD.
Somebody said OBD like during their match.
I know, Greg said it.
Okay, this is my thing. We were talking about during the show how ODB like always has her boobs sticking out,
God damn it.
but she never has like a nip slip, which is weird because she's always moving, just like Velvet Sky. Her boobs are always hanging out, but they never fall out.
But they're smaller.
No, well, yeah, I guess.
Oh, I just want to point out, I want to commend TNA for blatantly screwing up the Motor City Machine Guns entrance.
Oh,
How stupid do you have to be to play a theme and then play the Machine Guns theme as they're halfway down the entrance ramp?
they played like 2 separate themes. It was fucking
They did.
hilarious.
This is TNA we're talking about.
Oh, don't forget, Hogan and Flair were at Lethal Lockdown last night. Not Lockdown, Lethal Lockdown. I literally wanted to ram my head through my window at the screw-ups that TNA was doing. Oh, and what you say, Strike?
Jesus Benoit would not have saved you.
No, he wouldn't have. He would have assisted me in. Oh, and the great line of the night when Mike Tenay goes, I was looking at Velvet Sky. What do you think, Taz? So was I, Mike. Greatest line of the night.
Interesting.
It was great. It's like Taz is like, yeah, I want to leave.
I was trying to pick between Velvet Sky and Madison Rain, but you know.
Oh, my queen, my goddess.
It's your queen, my queen.
That cunt.
No, that's AJ.
Oh
Get
yeah,
it right.
I forgot. AJ's pretty. I don't know who wins. AJ. Okay, we need to end this right now. Thank
Seriously.
you everybody for joining us for the Arc of Wrestling podcast. I am your host, Greg Alvarez, and I don't know. We'll see you next week, I guess.
Or will
Another
we?
great
We
edition.
love you.
Exactly. We love you, everybody. Bye bye.
Nope, we're going.
No, we
What?
I masturbate to you all in my thoughts.
You just heard Jonesy say that. Thank you. Okay. Bye, everybody.